After July 29th of last year, when Terence Crawford put on an absolute massacre against Errol Spence Jr., um, at the time, none of us really realized that, you know, we were looking at somebody that pretty much made history in more than one way. Bud obliterated Errol in that ring, and then all you heard was excuses from his fanboys and his strawberry holders. But something that a lot of people are not mentioning as of recent, the rematch likely ain't happening, right? And maybe it looks like Bud is going after the Tim Zoo Thurman winner, but more than likely he wants Tim Zoo because the belt will still be with Tim Zoo. If Zoo loses, he still has his belt. If Zoo wins, he keeps his belt, obviously. But one thing that nobody's mentioning is, why isn't Errol fighting Bud in the rematch? And Errol was the one that executed the rematch clause, right? Well, I finally came to the conclusion. The reason why that fight is not happening is because Terence Crawford, man, officially ended Errol Spence, bro. He ended him, man. He ended him. He ended him, bro. I hear nobody talking about this. Terence Crawford shut that machine down, bro. He's never going to be the same again. Now, I don't want to really get into the car accident stuff. That stuff doesn't really sit well with me because before he fought Bud, none of these things were wrong with him. None of his fans were saying anything was wrong with him then. Nobody was talking about he looked drained or he couldn't make weight. Nobody was talking about any of those things then. The minute he loses to Bud, then that's when all of the excuses started. So right there, you already know what time it is. So they can't understand and they can't accept the fact that Terence Crawford pretty much ended that man, bro. He's done. He's going to be food for any other fighter now that he fights after this. That's just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just think especially the longer he stays out of the ring, and all of these accidents, not even accidents, all of these injuries keep coming up, the eye, and it's keeping him out the ring. That's gonna make everything even worse when he do get back in the ring. So Terence Crawford pretty much chopped up Errol Spence, served him up, and now he's food for all of these 154 fighters. That's just my take, man. He's a bowl of jelly, a bowl of chopped meat right now, and all of the 154 pounders is ready to grab a spoon and get a piece of Errol Spence. Tim Zoo, Sebastian Fundura, Brian Mendoza, Brian Castano. Did I say Lubin already? Erickson Lubin. I said him. Yeah. Shit. Even is Lara at 150? No, he's not at 154. All of these dudes at 154, man. These top guys. Shit. I don't even think Errol beats Tony Harrison, man. I think he's cooked, man. Terence Crawford, if you really look back at a lot of his fights, a lot of the fighters, when he beat them, they never were the same again. Thomas Delorme wasn't the same again. What happened to Hank Lundy after he fought Bud? Where'd he go? Kell Brook, Errol Triple G put the whoops on him. Errol sprinkled some more of it on him, and then Bud topped it off and got him up out of the paint. What happened to Amir Khan? Where's he at? I didn't heard nothing from David Avenesian, have you? What happened to Jeff Horn? Jose Benavidez, he ain't look the same. I mean, you could talk about the gunshot wound, but Bud spanked him and whooped his ass for 12 rounds. Good scrap though, but Bud whooped him. Mean Machine, he was really never the same again. I think he got a win or something right after he, recently, like after he fought Bud. I think he did get a win, but he didn't look the same no more. I mean, I think Mean Machine might be an exception. He still looked kind of good. He looked good against Virgil Ortiz. He can't look the same, but Bud done fucked a lot of people's careers up, bro, and nobody's talking about this. And particularly recently, he did it to Errol Spence's career. I think he finished that man, bro. But, it's up for debate. Where's he at? Where's Waldo? Anyway, let me know what you think, man. This is Rebel Life Boxing. I'll talk to y'all later on the next one. Thanks for listening.